Good evening, class. This is the continuation of the African Tradition Religion class. As you may recall, we have given in two videos, and in the first one, we try to talk about the definition and purpose of the class. Then, in the second one, we try to follow that up to where God revealed Himself to the Africans as they give Him names according to that. Now we went as far as to where we end up with where the Africans refer to as bad death. And we say bad death are death that occur in a very prime age when the person is very young, and then either the person died by accident or whatever. And based on that, these people are not accepted in the regular graveyard. Now we say the next one is um, the good death. Not good in the case that it's not taking somebody away, but good in the sense that people that are referred to that have been uh, die by the process of good death are those who are old enough, and then later on they become elders, and from elder they die. And the belief is that they cross the river after the ritual of killing chicken on the third or fourth day based on whether it is a man or woman. And after that, the person is crossed over to the place of truth. And now the next thing we will be starting with is incarnation. The African believes in life after death. Therefore, they take care of the grave. Especially they visit the grave when they have some problem in the family or in the community. They visit the grave of the elders, brush over it, clean around it, kill chicken, and then cook so as to offer sacrifice to them to appeal to the uh, divinity, ancestors' divinity, then to the supreme being. And therefrom, they know that everything is being in line with the agreement of the supreme being after the split kola nut have turned face upward. And then now the next one is incarnation. What happened? The African really believe that there is incarnation. And based on that, that's why we say even when someone died, a barren woman died, they had to perform certain rituals so that this person will not reincarnate. But besides that, the Africans in their own mind have a system that they believe that is someone is transferred from the state of humanhood to another. Most especially these things are done through animals. You may wonder why. The purpose for this that we are stretching out is that the system or the concept of incarnation is true, though it's practiced differently. So when you are talking anything to the Africans about people transferring into another one or incarnating into another form, they also believe that. Of course, as I said, most of these things are like they become animal and then they eat people rights or destroy people property. That is true that we know this aspect is bad, but the point is that the concept is known by them. So if you tell them someone has incarnated, yes, they will know what takes place. In fact, they will tell you that those who have gone through that process will tell you that when they are in a state of incarnation, they will still remember what happened, what they are doing there, and they will still know that they came from another sector and have entered that place. They will tell you that. So that's all about what we know about incarnation. They believe that people can incarnate into another one. They even believe that you have strength enough that you are a hero or you are someone people talk about. They will give your name to somebody so that you will follow the principle or the footprint of that person. By that, they will say, yeah, this person has incarnated into this person. Or maybe from a family group, someone may also, they will refer to someone that is an incarnate of somebody who has died. And that's what they do. So incarnation in this case is accepted by them. Then after incarnation, we have the worship pattern. How do they worship? Uh, the people of ATR worship, as we say, through representation. That is from the community to the elder, from the elder to the ancestors, from the ancestors to the definitive, then from the definitives to the supreme being. And based on that, and during all of these things, one thing comes out or stand to be the fact is that uh, life must be lost. That means they must have sacrifice. So in every aspect of that worship service, even if it is a family worship service, if it is a community worship service, or if it is the whole group worshiping, still they have to kill animals because they use the animal, the blood of the animal, to appease the uh, supreme being through the medium they use to worship him. And they know that this worship, this supreme being is always with them, as we stated in the names. That's why they give the name, because when they go through this process, they get to understand that yes, this God or this supreme being is always with his people and continue to bless them so that they will know the right thing to do. And one thing we say that is involved in the, or that lead them to worship the supreme being in this way, is the fight of fear. They are so afraid that the supreme being will spank them or will punish them if they went wrong, and based on that they are very careful. And that's why every time they come together, they will kill an animal, most especially chicken, except in the case where you have some big people. Then of course the wealthy people may use something like sheep to do the sacrifice. Even at that, say what is given is what chicken is also killed. Then they have clean rice. Clean rice is provided or is cooked. Sometimes you will find out that when they are giving offerings to this God or supreme being, or if they are there to pray to him, sometimes they will take the uncooked rice, clean rice, and add oil to it and put it in a special leaf and place it at the junction of the road, or maybe carry it to the place where they worship near the big rock or near the river. That is what they do. And all of these are done so as to appease the God, that he should take away bad luck. Or like we say in the case where someone died a bad death, this kind of a sacrifice is done for the people to see what they want to do. Okay, and then this process, the process of this is that, just as I said, they go kill the chicken they gathered, but it is really the adult, or it is really the elders who go there, except someone is asked to go and join them. So they follow this pattern of doing that. And the dress code of that person can be made out of a lapa or a hair tie that is tied around the waist of the quote unquote priest, or the one who offer the sacrifice or offer the prayer. And based on that, then of course you will fix that into trousers, and then that will be the end. And after everything is cooked, they will provide food. They will put some food near the place where they have the ancestral rock or at the junction, and the remaining rice will be eaten by them. And that's how they will do it. So this is how it works in the case. And that's why we say about the pattern of worship is always done in a way that these things are offered through chanting. The leader will chant the word by calling the names of the people that have died, who have become ancestors. And then from there you will chant that and you will offer that. And the final end will be, yes, they throw the kola nut, and then the whole thing is set, is accepted by the supreme being. And when that is accepted, then the service is over and everybody go home rejoicing. Thanks for listening.